All right, shalom, shalom, Israel. Right. First, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem Rakakwadash. That's all honor and glory to the Most High God through His Son of the world. And it really calls Jesus Christ, and of course the Holy Spirit. I want to give a sincere and hearty shalom to the sincere Akwat and Akim that's doing everything they can, sincerely pushing the word and magnifying the word of the Most High God. Right. And of course, I want to give double honor to the elect elders that's been pushing this word sincerely and faith for many years, man. Right. So this is just a quick video. Right. I want to start a series called, choose wisdom over everything. Right. So this will be a quick video, and Lord willing, in the times to come, we'll have more and more little quick videos entitled wisdom over everything. Right. So this is wisdom over everything. Choose wisdom over everything. I guess you could say part one, volume one, whatever you want to call it, man. Right. So let's get to it. Right. First of all, I'll bring out a precept. We're not dealing with the wisdom of this world, right? We're not talking about wisdom over everything, dealing with the wisdom of this world, right? Because the Lord not dealing with the wisdom of this world, right? So this is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, right? And verse number 20. Where is it? Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not Yahweh made foolish the wisdom of this world? So we're not dealing with the wisdom of this world, right? We're dealing with the wisdom of the Most High. The understanding of the Most High, right? Because the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than the world, right? Which we're going to get to that. Verse 21, for after that in wisdom of Yahweh, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh. It pleased Yahweh by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe, right? So what? It says what? For after that in the wisdom of Yahweh, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh. Why? Because the wise, through their own mind frame, through their own understanding, they don't know or perceive Yahweh, right? But the foolishness of preaching, right, is what's going to save the world, right? Because we're deemed as fools when we're out there screaming at people, shaking their hand, telling people they're going to die, telling people the world is going to be destroyed, right? That's foolishness to the world, right? Just like how in the time of Noah, when he was telling people to repent, right, it was foolishness to them. He looked crazy. Damn, building an ark and had never even rained yet, right? So like it. Verse 25, it says what? Because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men, and the weakness of Yahweh is stronger than men, right? So the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men. So the wisdom that we're dealing with, the wisdom that we're supposed to be choosing in these last days is not the wisdom of the world. It's not the wisdom of your scientists. It's not the wisdom of your damn math teacher, man. It's not the wisdom of your mama. It's not the wisdom of your daddy, but the wisdom of the Most High God, right? That you can only be given by the Most High God when you're keeping His commandments, right? Let's get a classic precept. Matter of fact, now let's go to the book of Sirach. Right, it's the book of Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 14. To fear the Most High is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb, right? So to fear the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. That's how you achieve it. First, you have to actually fear the Most High God. Then the Lord will begin to give you tits and bits of wisdom, right? And wisdom will begin to try you out. And through that, if you pass the tests and the trials that wisdom puts you through, then you'll be given more wisdom, right? But to fear the Most High, that's wisdom, right? And wisdom is an important thing in these last days, man, right? The book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6, and it reads, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Most High is His treasure, right? So wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation, right? That's literally how the strength of which your salvation is going to come from, by having the wisdom of the Most High in the last days, right? By having the wisdom of the Most High when all hell breaks loose, man. Right? If you don't know what the hell's going on, if you don't have any understanding, if you don't have any wisdom, how are you going to have faith to be able to actually go through the hell that's coming to this earth? You're not. You're going to kind of give in, right? Let's go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, right? Chapter 10 and verse 1. She preserved the first formed father of the world. This is dealing with wisdom. That was created alone and brought him out of his fall and gave him power to rule all things. But when the unrighteous went away, from her. In his anger, he perished also. In the fury therewith, he murdered his brother. For whose cause the earth being drowned with a flood, wisdom again preserved it and directed the course of the righteous in a piece of wood of small value. Right. So wisdom literally preserved the world of men in a piece of wood. What is that referring to? Right. That's referring to Noah, right, and his three sons, his wife and his sons' three wives, right, being saved in a small piece of wood. Right, when it damn rained for 40 days and 40 nights and the whole damn earth was damn flooded, man. Think about that, man. It wasn't a damn steel or titanium ship like we have now, man. It was literally a piece of wood that through the wisdom of the Most High literally preserved the lives of 8 souls, which literally from those 8 souls we all come from, man. So think about that. That was literally wisdom being the strength of somebody's salvation, of the salvation, right? Let's get another precept. All right, let's go to the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all things thou cannot desire are not to be compared unto her. So nothing is compared unto wisdom, man. Right? It's above rubies, it's above gold, right? It's above silver, right? It's above all these different things, man. So there's nothing that should be chosen above wisdom. And we just got to understand it. And I get it again, right? In a different precept of how to get wisdom, right? You can't kind of, buy wisdom, man, right? You can't kind of go out and say, hey, I'm going to go purchase me some wisdom. I'm going to go buy me some wisdom. I'm going to go to the so-called white man's college and I'm going to get wisdom that way, right? You can't get wisdom that way. There's only one way to get wisdom, right? It's the book of Psalms 111 and verse 10. It's a classic precept. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endure forever. Right? So the only way that you can actually get wisdom is literally through fearing the Most High. That's how you get wisdom. There's no way around it. And a lot of people, because they have so much pride, right, and they don't truly fear the Most High, they never get wisdom, and they can't understand why they can't get wisdom. Well, it's because you got too much pride, brother. It's because you got too much pride, sister. Right? We deal with, and then chiefly women, right? Not to get on the sisters, but chiefly women. Women have a lot of pride. It's always how they feel or their truth or something of that nature. And the Lord not dealing with those type of spirits. He's not dealing with the spirit of this is how I feel, or this is what makes me feel better, or this is my truth. Well, you're never going to get wisdom that way, right? Because every time wisdom kind of tries you, wisdom kind of gives you a trial, you kind of always go the wrong way. Why? Because you always go off how you feel and not off what the Lord says to do, right? You got to kind of cast off everything that you thought you felt, right? And literally everything you think you feel, everything you think matters to you, and literally come back to the Lord, man, right? That's the only way you're going to get wisdom, right? Let me get this. The book of Jeremiah, right? It's the book of Jeremiah. It's a classic precept as well, right? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 5. Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, whose heart depart from the Most High. For he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit parched places in the wilderness, in the salt land, and not inhabited. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh, and whose hope the Most High is. Right? So blessed is the one who trusts in the Most High. Right? And when you trust in the Most High, you have wisdom. You get wisdom. Right? It says what? For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh. And that heat represents affliction, right? It says what? And if a tree sees heat, what can happen? It kind of dry out. Sees too much heat, kind of dry out, right? So what? You're going to be blessed through that. And it's going to say what? Shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green. What is a green tree to a leaf? That's beauty. That's life. Right? So if it's saying that you as a plant or as a tree your leaves are gonna be green. That means you're gonna be bountiful. You're gonna be filled with life, right? And you have this through what? Trusting in the Most High, right? Which ultimately is wisdom. It says what? And shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit, right? So when you trust in the Most High and you have that wisdom to trust in the Most High, you literally will not cease from yielding fruit, man. That's plain, right? And it's a beautiful thing if you got a damn tree and it never cease from yielding fruit, man. Whether it's hot as hell outside, whether it's raining, whether it's damn wintertime, whatever's going on, right? Your damn tree's still bearing fruit, man. Hey, man, that's live, man, right? But it says what? Verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Right? So you can't lean on your heart and expect to get wisdom that way. Talking about how you feel. What makes you feel better? Right? That's off, man. The Lord not dealing with that spirit. Right? Let's get another precept on wisdom. Let's go to the book of Sirach. It's the book of Sirach. Chapter, I believe on chapter 4. The book of Sirach, chapter 4, right? And I'm going to start at verse 11. Wisdom exalteth her children and layeth hold of them that seek her, right? Wisdom exalteth her children and layeth hold of her that seek her. So you have to seek wisdom out, right? Once you fear the Most High God, what do? You go into his words and you figure out, are you going off? You go into his words to figure out how to please him. You go into his words to literally find out, what he wants you to do and what he doesn't want you to do. You go into his words for him to approve of all your ways, man. That's literally what you do once you fear the Lord, right? And when you're going through these different things, trying to see what pleases the Lord, trying to see what he wants you to do, examining yourself, seeing are you angering the Lord, right? Because you're so damn scared to anger the Lord. You constantly in the scriptures, constantly trying to see, man, am I angering the Lord? Am I going off, right? You're seeking wisdom, man. That's literally seeking wisdom. But if you're kind of kicked up with your feet up or in the back cracking your toes somewhere, man, right? You're not seeking wisdom. And you're not going to get wisdom. Kind of watching Netflix all damn day long. You're not going to get wisdom that way, man. You have to literally seek the Lord, man, and seek wisdom. It says what? Wisdom exalteth her children and layeth hold of them that seek her. He that loveth her loveth life. So if you love wisdom, you love life, man. Why? Because wisdom is the strength of your life, man. Right? And it says what? And they that seek her early shall be filled with joy. He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory. And wheresoever she entereth, the Lord will bless. And that's beautiful, man. They that serve her shall minister to the Holy One. And them that love her, the Most High doeth love. So those that love wisdom, the Most High doeth love, man. So if you love wisdom, then you constantly in the words of the Most High. You constantly fearing the Most High. Right? You constantly searching out wisdom, man. Right? And if you love wisdom, it literally says the Most High doeth love. The Most High love the ones that love wisdom, the ones that are constantly in his words, the ones that are constantly seeking them out, the ones that are constantly trying to figure out if they're pleasing the Lord, man. That's who the Lord loves, man. The Lord loves those people. He don't love the nigger, or the nigger woman, that just think they know what's going on, man. Lord don't love them. They're an abomination, right? They're the prideful, man. And the Lord's not dealing with the prideful, right? Let me come back to that. This is the book of Sirach, just to get a point on the pride, man, on the nigger woman and the nigger. The book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doeth one commit iniquity, right? So if you got pride, thinking that you know what's going on, thinking that your thoughts are above the Most High, it says pride is hateful before the Most High. And by both doeth one commit iniquity. It says what? Because of I'm going to jump down. Verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such as one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he casteth out his bowels. Right? Jump to 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahweh and his heart is turned away from his maker. Right? So the beginning of pride is literally when one departs So I'm reading again. The beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahweh and his heart is turned away from his maker. So when you're prideful, when you're going in by your own understanding, not by the wisdom of the Most High, right? You literally are departing from the Most High. You're departing from the person that created you, right? And your heart is turned from your maker. That's wicked, man, right? Because you're starting to believe that what you think matters, right? You're starting to believe that you have wisdom above the Lord, man. And that's madness, right? Your wisdom is not on the level of the Most High. Let's get this real quick, right? Classic precept again, man. Right, this first volume, man. I'm pulling out a lot of classics, man. As we do more and more volumes of choose wisdom over everything, right? We'll get more in-depth precepts on wisdom, right? This first one, we're gonna do a lot of classics, right? When we do part 2, hey, we're gonna go into some deeper ones. When we do part 3, we're gonna go into some deeper ones, man. Right? But for the first one, we're gonna deal with a lot of classics. So if brothers or sisters have heard a lot of these precepts before, hey, Salakia, right? But hey, there's new people coming into the truth every day. And we got to touch some of the classics, right? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse number 7. Let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return to the Most High, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon, right? So literally, you got to forsake your thoughts, right? You can't be in this thing talking about you want wisdom or you got wisdom, and you're not forsaking your thoughts. Your thoughts don't matter, man. Right? Because it says what? Verse 8, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Most High. Right? So, hey, your ways ain't the ways of the Most High. You can't figure out and understand why the Most High is doing the things he does, put you through the things he puts you through, give you has the understanding that he has, right? Gave you the lot that he gave you. You can't figure those things out. You don't know it. You're not going to know it. You're not going to know what's going on. You're going to get jammed up trying to figure that out. So stop believing that you know what's going on above the Lord. Right? It says what? For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. And that's plain, right? So stop believing that your wisdom is anywhere close to the Most High. Stop believing that your understanding is anywhere close to the Most High. It says as the heavens are higher than the earth. And that's a big difference, man. Right? Damn Esau, damn shooting up damn rockets trying to get into the heavens, man. So imagine that the distance of the Lord's ways and thoughts above man's, right? Let's go back to it. So that's just, kind of got off topic for a brief second. That's really just getting into the fact of wisdom, of pride, man, right? So I'm going to read back Sirach chapter 4, right? And I'm going to read 14 again. And it says, they that serve her shall minister to the Holy One, and them that love her, the Most High doeth love, right? Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge nations, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely, right? So what? If you give ear unto Yahweh, you're going to judge nations. I mean, Yahweh unto wisdom, Salaki, you're going to judge nations, which ultimately giving ear unto wisdom is giving ear unto Yahweh, right? But you'll judge nations, man. That's mighty as hell. Right, a lot of people are going to choose their own wicked foolishness over the wisdom of the Most High God, where they're going to be able to judge nations. Right? It tells you that, man. It tells you're going to judge what nations, man. Let's get that real quick. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, right, in verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, right? So literally, when you overcome, you have to overcome. We already read in Isaiah chapter 33, right, in verse 6, that wisdom and knowledge, right, the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. So in order to overcome, you have to have wisdom and knowledge, right? So, and it says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, which the keeping of the works of the Most High will be wisdom as well, right? To him will I give power over the nations. So you'll receive power over the nations. And what? And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father. Right? So not only will you rule the nations, you'll be able to rule over them with a rod of iron, man. Right? Let's get another precept on there. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Right? This is why you got to obtain wisdom in these last days. This is why you got to choose wisdom over everything. right? You got to choose wisdom over your own thoughts. You got to choose wisdom over your friends. You got to choose wisdom over your parents. You got to choose wisdom over everything, man. Wisdom comes before everything. Ultimately, the Most High comes before everything, man. Right? It's the book of Psalms, chapter 2, right? And verse number 9, right? Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Right? So it says what? Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them with the pieces like a potter's vessel, like it says in the book of Revelation, chapter 2. Now think about this. Is the Lord going to give that power to just anyone? Is he going to choose just anyone to be able to rule over the nations with a rod of iron? You a damn nigga. You don't know what's going on. You ain't keeping the commandments your damn self. Ultimately, our job is to be the light over the other nations and teach them the commandments in the kingdom and show them how to worship the Most High God in the kingdom. But you don't know how to keep the damn commandments. You never rehearsed them. Is he going to give that to you, man? Now, ultimately, through the understanding, right, those that don't keep the commandments in this life, they'll be put to death, right, in the lake of fire and will be reborn in the kingdom, right, as children, right, and they'll have the laws in the inward parts. But that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother situation, right? But just to say, right, with wisdom and with understanding, the Lord is not going to give you those nations, and you were just a damn nigga, man. Now you'll be above the heathen in the kingdom when you're reborn, but nonetheless, you're not going to get power over 10 cities. He gave that to the faithful, right? He didn't give that. He had to the faithful servant. He didn't give that to the damn one that when it hit his damn talent under the damn sand, man. That's not what happened, right? Where was I at? So reading on. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Most High with fear and rejoice with trembling. Serve the Most High with fear and rejoice with trembling. Right? So think about that. We already talked about the fear of the Most High as the beginning of wisdom. And you're hearing now to serve these people, the kings, be wise and serve the Lord with fear. Right? It all comes back to that, man. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You got to serve him with fear. And when you serve him with fear, ultimately, you're using wisdom. You're going to obtain wisdom through that. Right? We get another precept. Shalakia. King, I'm not sure. King, I'm not sure what you're speaking on, King. Right, but we I'm not sure what you're speaking on, King. Right, let me get this precept. Salakia. Let me get this. I'll come back to that one. Let me get this one first. It's the book of Matthew, right? Chapter 10 and verse number 30, right? 31. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than the sparrows. Whosoever, therefore, shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father, which is in heaven. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him also will I deny before my Father, which is in heaven. Why am I reading it? Right? Because when you profess the word, when you profess the Lord, right, before men, right, that's literally you showing your wisdom, right? As it says in the book of Matthew, right? You're not professing the Lord ultimately by just saying his name. You're professing him by professing his works, by walking in his ways and being that righteous example, right? All right, King. So, if you want, I know who you're talking about, King, but, brother, just, Lord willing, you repent, brother, and you come into the understanding of what's going on, right? This is Matthew, right? Chapter 5 and verse, what I want. Number 14. Ye are the light of the world, right? A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house, right? That light is your wisdom, right? So literally, when you're professing the name of the Most High God, right, you're allowing that light to be shown, right? And it says what? Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify Yahweh which is in heaven. So when you're professing the Most High before men, right, you're walking in that wisdom the Most High is giving you, which ultimately is what? The law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High and the faith in Yahweh Shai. And you're letting it be shown before men, right? That's how you profess the name of the Lord before men, literally by walking in his commandments and then letting it be known if somebody asks a question. Like if you're wearing fringes and a person asks you, hey, why you got those on the bottom of your shirt? You let it be known, hey, it's the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, right? And this is my heritage, right? That's professing the name of the Most High, right? And it says what? Whosoever shall deny me before men, him also will I deny before my Father, which is in heaven, right? So if you denying the Most High before men, right, kind of tucking your fringes in, right, that's denying the Lord, man. That's not professing his name. He's going to deny you before the Father, which ultimately that means that's not wisdom, man. There's no wisdom in that, right? That's not wise. You're not going to get you're not going to be ruler over 10 cities. If Yahweh Shai, the whole point of why I went to this account, because like I said, we're reading over, these people that the Lord says he's going to give them charge over cities, they're going to be able to judge the nations, right? Ultimately, if the Lord is saying right here that he's going to deny you before his Father, how are you going to get power over the nation? You're not. You're not going to get power over the nations. There's no way, right? So that means that you weren't walking in wisdom, right? So you got to choose wisdom over everything, right? Let's go back to Sirach. So it says what? It says, verse 15, whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations, right? And we just went through understanding to know who gave ear to wisdom, because we just went through the understanding of those that will actually be able to judge the nations. And he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her. So you got to commit yourself unto wisdom, right? You're not going to you can't just, you got to commit yourself. And his generations shall hold her in possessions. For at first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. So at first, wisdom is going to kind of walk by you by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon you. The things that are going to happen when you first commit yourself unto wisdom are things that are going to terrify you. Things that are going to make you kind of want to go back to doing what you used to do, right? But that's wisdom trying you to see if you really want wisdom, to see if you really fear the Lord, to see if you really have faith, to see if you really believe, man, right? If you was to meet a damn woman, right, and, you trying to, take her out, or whatever, she's going to kind of try you out first. If she's a woman with any understanding, a woman worth anything, she'll kind of try you out first. She ain't going to just, I like him. No, she's going to kind of try you out first. It's how much more so with wisdom, right? So it says what? And torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws, right? So she's going to torment you with her discipline. Understand that and be faithful, right? Endure through it because it's worth it, right? So she has to be able to trust you. And it says what? Then she will return the straight way and unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. So what? Once you endure through the dread, through the torment, right? And receive her discipline, now she will return and comfort you, right? And that's beautiful, right? So, Lord willing, somebody was edified or will be edified in the coming days. As I said, through the Spirit, Lord willing, this will be like a series, I guess you can call it, Choose Wisdom Over Everything. This is part 1. Lord willing, later, well, probably not later tonight. Lord willing, tomorrow there'll be a part 2. If not tomorrow, Monday, there'll be a part 2, to go along with other cold cuts, other breakdowns that, Lord willing, through the Spirit, I myself or other brothers will be able to do on the channel, man. So Lord willing, somebody's edified or will be edified in the coming days. We got Sabbath service that'll be around 12:30. Make sure you tune in. Shabbat Shalom, Ashar, Kadash Yarak, which means happy new moon, right? And with that, Shalom.